Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to bring forward answers from a previous NCA assessment. After I demonstrate how to do this, I'll also show you a couple of enhancements we've made to the NCA for this next iteration based on your feedback, so you can stick around for that if you like. There are two scenarios where bringing forward answers is available to you. First, if you were the person who responded to the assessment in the previous year, or second, if you will be taking over as the responder for someone who submitted a previous assessment. If your organization has not submitted an NCA assessment previously, then there are no answers to bring forward for you. When you perform these steps, you will bring forward the most current assessment answers stored in the system. If you happen to have done, say, 3 or 4 assessments, it will always bring forward the most current answers. At the same time, it will also bring forward any evidence, which we do not utilize for the NCA process, and as a reminder, please don't put stuff in there, as well as any explanations that may be present. Explanations can be a great place to put information that may help you understand why you answered a question the way you did. Comments are not brought forward. They are just used for having back and forth discussions about the current assessment. Now on the screen you will see a sample assessment that I created to demonstrate the carry forward process. On the left of the screen near the middle, you will notice that there are 240 unanswered questions. So this is a brand new assessment. The test user for this assessment has previously completed an assessment with the same 240 questions. So there will be answers to bring forward. Near the top right of the screen, you will see a button called Input Assistance. To activate the mechanism to bring answers forward, you simply click on the Input Assistance button. If you want to turn this feature off, simply click on the Input Assistance button again. Now with the Input Assistance function activated, there are two things to note. First, notice how a gray box has appeared under each question, which displays the most current previous value for this question. You have the ability to bring forward previous answers one question at a time. To do this, simply click on the Takeover button associated with the question that you want to bring forward an answer for. See how the platform brought forward the last answer for this question? Even if I had already selected an answer for this question, when I bring forward the previous answer, that previous answer will overwrite what I had selected. Let me show you this. For answering questions, it may be helpful for you to simply turn on the Input Assistance feature and then go through the assessment answering the questions one by one with the knowledge of what the most current previous answer was. You can also use the search bar at the top of the screen to filter the questions that you see by subject. For example, I could maybe want to see anything associated with backups because I know that this process has stayed the same since the last iteration of the NCA. Then I would just type backups in the search bar and it'll display those questions for me. If I happen to know the specific NIST subcategory I want to look at, I could search for that too and then deal with those questions. You can see there's quite a bit of flexibility here to help you answer individual questions, leveraging previous answers. Secondly, if you'd like to just bring forward all 240 of your previous answers all at once, then we need to look to the gray box just below the Input Assistance button. Inside this area is a Takeover button, and clicking on this button will show two options. The first option, Latest Response from your previous assessments, is the option to choose if you are the same person who answered the NCA questions previously. The second option, Responses stored by the assessment manager, is the option to choose if you are taking over from someone else who answered the NCA previously. This second choice means that one of the NCA administrators has performed a step in the background to bring the answers forward from the previous responder. Let me demonstrate this using the first choice because this specific test user has answered previous assessments. Notice how all 240 questions are now answered, and the Submit Responses for Object button has lit up. You do not have to bring forward answers from previous assessments if you choose not to, but the option exists to make it easier for you to complete the assessment if you would like to take advantage of it. If you have any questions about this process, you can reach us at nca@nren.ca. Now, let me show you a couple of small enhancements to this year's NCA. The first thing to notice is that for some of the questions, there's more information provided in the form of information. From the feedback we received and from combing through the questions, we added this extra information to provide context where it was felt it would provide the most value. There is no interaction with this information, it's just present throughout the NCA questions where it was felt it would assist. The second thing relates to the position titles that were present within the questions themselves. Feedback from participants indicated that these specific position titles were potentially confusing if the organization did not have the exact position. In the cases where it made sense, the questions with specified titles have been modified to read in a more generic manner. For example, CISO. Now, where previously the title CISO was present, it has been modified to someone in the organization. This should make it more straightforward to answer. And that's all for now. If you have any questions or comments, please let us know at nca@nren.ca. Thanks for watching.